Hey, this is Erich Hunter here, and I want to show you a really beautiful pendulum that I designed called the DNA Tree of Life Healing Pendulum. And as you can see, there is a DNA spiral with the double helix, the whole thing with the nucleotides and everything as the trunk of the tree. And this pendulum is based on sacred geometry, so it has dueling Vesica Pisces. This is basically the symbol of the Christ. It's also the symbol of the female reproductive opening. And so it's symbolic of regrowth and generation. So this is 18 karat gold plated, so it has a really nice fine energy. It's much finer and better than brass in terms of energy. And this pendulum is designed for doing pendulum healing and dowsing. So when you hold this pendulum over a body part, like here it's being held over my hand chakra, you see it's starting to spin around. That's because it's interacting with the chakra and it performs healing action on the chakra through the emanation of white light and also like resonance with the sacred geometry, with the shape. So this is a really beautiful pendulum for doing pendulum healing. And it's also good for dowsing, so I'll see if I can demonstrate that. So show me a yes, so the pendulum's going forward. Show me a no. So it goes side to side. So what you want with a dowsing pendulum is one that's responsive to subtle movements of your hand, because, pendulums do not move by themselves. They move because of your hand, and you are moving it when you're doing dowsing, so you want one that responds. And this pendulum is very responsive, and it also has really good energy, so it's good for both dowsing and healing work. It's also really beautiful. Designed this in conjunction with an artist, so a lot of thought was put into this design. The tree has branches. It also has roots, and it's three-dimensional, so it's just a gorgeous looking pendulum. Now, in terms of why would you want this particular pendulum? This pendulum is really for people who are into subtle energies. So it's very, very refined energy. Some of my other pendulums I have, like this really awesome one that I'm selling right now, this Back to Nature. These are amazing. This is like really strong energy. Like it's like a laser beam or something. This is much finer and more delicate. And for those of you who are energetically sensitive, or for those of you who really want to do very fine work, so let's say you're doing a lot of healing on people's DNA, or you're doing a lot of healing on their subtle body, like on the aura, or if you're going for subtlety, this is the pendulum that you want. And don't take subtlety as being bad or weak. There's a myth in pendulums that all pendulums have to be super powerful and strong to have an effect. Like with homeopathics, sometimes the subtlest thing can have an extremely powerful influence, and that's the deal with this thing. So you're not going for brute force like with this one here. I mean, this is, don't get me wrong, this is not this is a great energy on this pendulum, but when you compare these two side by side, this one feels very, very strong compared to this one. But this does not mean that this one is bad. So this is actually a really awesome pendulum for healing, and it's very good at stimulating healing of the cells in the human body. So a really awesome healing pendulum here. But like I said, it's a little more subtle in its energetic, design and in its output. So I have a few of these for sale right now on my website. They come with a string, and I'll put a charm. I put a charm on each one. The charm will vary, but I'll make it like a beautiful bead or something nice, so it'll look very, very pretty. And it comes in its own little black velvet bag. So you'll be able to enjoy this beautiful pendulum here. Just look at the way it captures the light. It's just gorgeous. And it's 18 karat gold plated, so it has a really, really nice refined energy. So as you're probably aware, in almost every spiritual tradition, they would use gold or other precious metals for the special objects, for the spiritual objects that were extremely important. So this one is gold plated, so this is like a very special tool. This is not like a pendulum you just take out, you know, to the grocery store to douse whether or not you want to eat some food. I mean, you could, don't get me wrong, but like this is like a nice special pendulum. Something beautiful that you can put on your altar, or, you know, or carry it around with you if you want. Just, you know, it's not extremely fragile, but at the same time, you do need to care for it a little bit because it does have a very intricate design. And it makes a really awesome addition to any pendulum collection that you may have. So I have a few of these for sale on my website. I'll put the link below. I thought I would just explain this pendulum a little bit because, you know, some of you have bought it and you've just been raving to me about how much you love it. But a lot of you are not really aware of it yet and haven't really, you know, had a chance to discover its properties. And it's just a really, really beautiful, nice healing pendulum that can do great work and would make an awesome addition to your collection. So thanks for watching. I hope this video was informative. Bye.